Alright, well, welcome back to Lucore Automotive Services. Today we're working on some of the normal bread and butter stuff that we do here at Lucore Automotive Services. We work on a lot of cars, do a lot of things, do a lot of alignments and brakes and tires and chassis repair and whatnot. We're also teamed up with Costco, the wholesale warehouse, that we actually have like 4 doors down, and we're one of their recommended alignment shops, and we're very proud to be partnered up with them in that fashion. This is one of their customers. It is a 2017 Honda CRV Touring. It had tires put on it last year, it looks like. These are date coded 0523. So they've probably been on there 6 or 8 months. And this car apparently went to a shop up in Marion, and it looks like it had new rear brakes put on it. And she was here at the Costco, and I believe they were just doing a tire rotation, and they ended up towing it over here because 3 lug nuts are stripped, and they noticed a bungee cord on the rear suspension holding something on, and that doesn't really make sense that it's holding something on because a bungee cord's not going to do much. But let's get it up on the rack. I'm going to get it set on the rack so that I can start on it first thing in the morning, hopefully get it in and out so this nice lady from out of town can get back upon her daily life plans, because nobody likes losing their car for a day or two. Let me get this thing pulled around. I don't think anything bad's going to happen. It looks to have all the lug nuts on it. Get it inside. It looks to have new rear brake pads, but you want to bet that our stripped lug nuts are on the back axle. So let's shake this front end down. Tire rod ends feel alright. Wheel bearing, ball joint feels okay. Nothing's loose back here. That wheel feels good. Feels tight. I don't know what that bit ding was, but it wasn't because the fries were done. I'm not feeling anything loose. Might have just been something. Oh, you know what? It might have been the jack on where it's jacked up at. That might be what it is. No big deal. Everything feels good there. So suspension components, as far as they're concerned about a bungee cord holding something or a strap holding something in place, I'm going to speculate that the rear brake pads were changed and they were using the bungee to hold the caliper while they were doing the brake job. Probably what it was. We'll figure that out here in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and pull off all the wheels because there's a concern of 3 lugs being stripped. Hopefully they're not all on one wheel, because that would be bad. And if it is, we're going to replace all 5 lug studs and lug nuts on that wheel with new Honda parts. Because if it's only had 3, if it's had 3 that were loose, the 2 that were left are, it's better safe than sorry. They could have been overly stressed. So let me pull the lug nuts off. Get that done here real quick. Those look all right. Those pads have been replaced, but they've been on there for a while. Check the stabilizer links, because those are always bad on these things, but not today. Those all look all right. Man, does it have three studs that are roughed up on one wheel? New brake pads. All my suspension parts look tight. My sway bar links are tight. Well, I guess this is our mystery wheel. That one's high. You can actually see. Oh, that one's loose. That's not a good sign. That one's high. That one's loose. That one's loose. That one's high. So it looks like we have two lugs holding our wheel on here. That's not great. Is this thing gonna come off? Can't make this stuff up, guys. Somebody let that leave their shop with two lug nuts holding the wheel on. That's rough. That is not cool, guys. Who does that? Let's see if I can break that one off. Not cool. I'm not going to be able to break it off like that. See how good her park brake is. Got that one. Gold. How are we going to get these other two? I may have to drill these out. The trick is to remove these without damaging the wheel any worse than it already is. It's got a few scuffs on it already. Oh, that's just dirt. That is not good. Alright, I'm going to have to think about that one. I think I'm going to call that quits for today. Come back in the morning. I'll probably try and knock the caps of these lugs off, because these are just it's just a little metal cap that's pressed into the end of it. And then I will try to do something creative to hold the lug stud because it's spinning, which hopefully means the hub's not messed up. But somebody really tried to ugga-dugga that guy down if it stripped the stud into the hub itself. So we're going to get 5 lugs, 5 studs from Honda in the morning. I'll see if I can get these off. That is a tip. A technician-induced problem. Oh well, somebody's paying the bill. I'll get back to it in the morning. Well, I got really lucky with the air hammer yesterday. Getting these guys off. Let's see if I can repeat my success today on this guy without causing too much damage to this wheel. drill bits or a drill doctor.
I'm almost there. I need to drill it a little bit more. Then I gotta do this one here. Slow and steady wins the race, right?
I think that's enough. Let's give it a shot. Not quite. No wonder my hands hurt. Oh, got it.
All right. Sounds good. One to go. This guy right there.
We're gonna. I think. Got it. Whew. Got the coating just a little bit there. Not anywhere near as bad as it could have been. That was a lot of drilling just to get the wheel off. All right, winning.
So I don't think the bungee was doing anything up in here. I would guess it was being used to hang the caliper when the brake job was done. Looks like it got rotors and pads during a brake job, and they probably just forgot to pull that out when they were done with it. Nothing in here is loose.
Yep, we're gonna put a hub on it.
Use this guy. It's fully seated and stripped. That one's pretty much the same thing. So unfortunately this is an all-wheel drive hub. So we're going to have to get a hub with 5 studs, 5 lugs, and probably the wheel bearing. This is a pressed-in bearing as I recall. So it will probably get destroyed when we change this flange out. Well, this story ends with a relatively happy ending. I was able to break the one lug off. I was able to drill the other 2 off. And we opted to do a hub bearing. It actually ended up being a hub, a bolt-in hub, so it was pretty straightforward. Jeff actually switched that out for me while I was doing other stuff. These lug studs they have knurls on them, and they probably would have trapped into this okay, but we decided, because it had been driven with only 2 lugs holding, we didn't want to risk damage to the flange or damage to the other studs, or the other studs not holding down the line. You know, if these holes are a little bit bigger than, and you put a new stud in it, maybe the next guy taking the lug off, the stud might spin. So we decided it was in the best interest to just change the whole hub, and that worked out fine. Customer came and picked it up yesterday. The vehicle was here, it was dropped off on Monday, and it was given back to the customer on Tuesday. They are happily driving their vehicle again. So there you have it. Thanks for watching. Click like, subscribe, leave us a comment below. And make sure you start your lug nuts by hand, guys. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next one.